So Mitsubishi has launched the 2022 Outlander to a world that honestly just doesn't care. And I thought I'd do my first thoughts on it, and I fully expected to shoot this video and absolutely brutalize Mitsubishi for their design choices. But as I dug into this vehicle a little bit and the information they've shared, my opinion changed a little bit. So stay tuned, and here's my first thoughts on the 2022 Outlander. So first off, welcome back. If you haven't been here, please click subscribe, click the little bell next to it, mash that like button for me, and leave a positive comment below. All of those help me with the YouTube algorithm, and I greatly appreciate it. And unfortunately, Mitsubishi decided to launch the new Outlander a couple of days after I shot the last video about Mitsubishi, which was, why is Mitsubishi even selling in America right now? Now, if you haven't watched that video, please do, but the end result is Mitsubishi doesn't take America seriously. They build global products and they foist them over here on America, and they tend to score very, very poorly, either on equipment handling, gas mileage, whatever it happens to be. They just end up being kind of meh products. And you know, one thing that backs that up is that Mitsubishi has doubled down on the sport utility craze, and their two newest products are two of the slowest sellers in America. So they're taking these global products and they're not tailoring them to America. So when I saw the Outlander was coming out, I saw a couple of pictures and I really thought I would come on here and just brutalize them for their bad decisions. I believe very strongly, and the release has not changed my mind, that Mitsubishi needs to look at what Hyundai did with Genesis and copy it. Go get a world-class global designer, put him in charge, and let him revolutionize generation over generation their cars. Because right now, Mitsubishi's coming up with some kind of weird combination of Japanese global bold styling. It's just not quite working, and it doesn't stand out from the crowd. As I started to look at the new Outlander a little bit more detailed, I was pleasantly surprised. And here's what I mean. We're going to start with the interior. So the first thing is that Mitsubishi is partially owned by Nissan. Nissan, of course, is in partnership with Renault. And the new Outlander is based on the Rogue. Now, on a personal note, I love the Rogue. All right. I like the old Rogue that, you know, people placed it about mid-pack, but I thought it was refined and quiet and comfortable, and I love the cargo area. And the new one is better in every single way. And it is probably my #1 choice for my next vehicle 2 or 3 years from now when it becomes a used car with about 36,000 miles on it and 50% depreciation. So I was pretty excited. Okay, so the Outlander is a Rogue, but why would I buy it? A quick glance at the interior, and I was like, oh, Mitsubishi just copied Nissan. But take a look at these two pictures side by side. That's not actually the case. They moved the cup holders, okay? Big deal, right? They changed the steering wheel, of course. They got to get the Mitsubishi logo on it, but just take a look at the dashboard. Between the Mitsubishi and the Nissan, Mitsubishi streamlined everything, moved things around, kept them in the same horizontal lines. This is a almost Swedish approach to a dashboard. It's very simplified. So it's got the Japanese attention to individual details with almost a Volvo or Old Saab approach to stream lines. And I really, really like it. So then I started looking at the exterior, and the grille, the front area is just ugh. And Mitsubishi was pretty innovative in how they did this. They did a live stream with Amazon, which was pretty cool. But the video they released around this is filled with, you know, it's just silly. Listen to this.
The substantial presence comes from its solid stance.
And okay, and now listen to this.
While the distinctive jet tail fin creates a light image.
Okay, right. So you put a little spoiler on it and it has a brake light. I get that. Whatever. It's just ridiculous. This is still Mitsubishi not being exactly in touch with America. But here's what surprised me is the interior surprised me. And then when I saw video, not still pictures, but video of the Outlander actually moving, this is a sharp looking vehicle. I think the rear is really clean, really tight. I think the front is exactly as they describe. Honestly, I think it's kind of bold. I want to see it in person before I pass final judgment. I'm afraid in person it'll be a little overpowering. But in video, man, that looks pretty sharp. So if you've got the Rogue platform, apparently the Rogue engine and transmission, and it's sold by Mitsubishi, depending on the price, the Mitsubishi might be the better buy because they have a much stronger warranty than Nissan does. So, like I said at the beginning, I expected to come on here and just blast Mitsubishi for not taking America seriously. I still maybe question their styling, but overall, this looks like a really solid vehicle built on one of my favorite compact sport utility platforms right now. I don't know if I would actually pull money out of my wallet for a Mitsubishi, but gosh darn, I'm pretty interested to see this thing in person and drive it. So I'd like to know your thoughts. Leave the comments below. Of course, please like this video. And if you happen to be a local Mitsubishi dealer, I would love to come do a review. So I hope this helps. Let me know your thoughts, and I appreciate your time, guys.